What's up, everyone? Chris Record. It is Monday, February 5th, and welcome to another daily session here in the Atlas Academy. Today, we are going to be focused on bridge marketing. All of the essentials to be able to help you understand what bridge marketing it is, why you want to be able to apply it in everything that you're ever selling online. In fact, how to sell anything to anyone is the topic we're going to discuss today. But we're going to take it a step higher. We're not just going to be going one-on-one, but we're also going to be giving you what's called a 30,000 foot view, how to be able to look down from the sky and see down and actually see examples of bridge marketing that are all around us and we don't even realize it. In fact, when you look at any campaigns that I've run in the past, almost all of them are bridge marketing campaigns. People just think that I'm just a marketer who just tells people to buy stuff and they buy. They don't realize that I put a lot of effort into how I build my marketing campaign. And I always build some type of a bridge to be able to bridge an audience with an offer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm also going to be sharing my screen. I also have a Google Doc. We're going to be writing in real time. And of course, I will be hanging out and chatting with you. We also have a live chat on with hundreds of people here watching. I may look at some of their questions from time to time, but we're going to have some fun. So before I get into examples of actually what bridge marketing is, before I get into examples that I'm going to show you and ideas and really try to get you to understand it, first, what is bridge marketing? Some of you might be on right now and you've never even heard the term. So essentially, this is what I want to explain. When you have a product that you want to sell, most people tend to sell this product, try to sell it to the masses, right? They try to say this product is good for everybody, everything, everyone in the world. And the problem with that is, sure, it can work. If you cast a wide enough net, you might be able to get some people. But the problem is that if you actually figure it out, what would hook this smaller audience better, a better hook, a better angle, everything a little bit better, a better net, then what's going to happen is you could do these little micro promotions. So instead of saying my product is great for everybody, my product is great for this little small group. But you might say, but it's also good for them. Okay, another promotion says it's good for them. Now, let me give you an example, hypothetical example here. Let's say that you were out fishing. And let's say that in the water, you're out in a lake, okay? In different parts of the lake, let's say that there were different types of fish, okay? And this lake is a supernatural lake, so it's got like fresh water, it's got ocean water, it's got all the different fish in the world. I don't know enough about fishing to know what's in a lake versus the ocean. But you'll get the example. So there's this big lake, you go out fishing. So these fish over here, they like to hang out by the rocks. And they don't like to come out from the rocks unless you use a very specific type of bait. If you use this like long white dangly fish that's shiny with like metallic scales on it, and you just kind of go up and down with it, the fish come out from the rocks and they bite it, right? So the idea is like with those fish, that exact bait and that exact fishing style works incredibly well, okay? But you go over to the other side of the lake and you just cast out the line, you're doing the same thing, right? All day, every day, no fish, no fish, no fish. And someone comes along and says, okay, listen, this group of fish, it works better when you slowly drag your line through the water. And they don't like that bait. They don't like that little white dangly fish with the little scales on it and stuff like that. They like bright colors. They like reds and oranges. And they just like smooth sailing, right? So if you have this one that's got these little things and it's just smooth sailing, what'll happen is then they'll start following and then they'll go for it, right? So then repeat what I'm saying all around the lake. Let's say there's like 10 different types of fish, 10 different regions, and they all use a slightly different bait, a slightly different fishing style. So now that you understand that concept, if I just go up to this lake, hey, with my friend, hey, let's go fishing today. We just grab some regular bait, some worms, put them on a hook, and we just go cast a line and reel it in. Cast a line, reel it in. We might catch a fish. We might even catch a couple fish. But it would be a little bit more luck and less skill. We might catch a fish, but also we might not catch anything because we might be casting out worms and half the fish might not even like worms. And we're casting, we go over to that little spot. Hey, let's throw it by the spot by the rocks. And they like the little dangly white with the little shiny metallic, and they like when it bobs up and down. And we're just throwing worms out there. They don't even like worms. They hate them. So the thing is, this is how most people market. Most people will, for example, sign up for an affiliate offer or sign up for a program or a business opportunity or a company, and they will just cast their line out and start reeling it in with worms on it and just then say, hey, I'm trying and it's not working. I'm trying, it's not working. And so along comes a mentor. So here comes an OG vet, walks over to us, says, boys, sit down. Let me teach you a thing or two about fishing. Those fish over by the rocks, you're going to need this bait right here. You can get this bait right here from the store. You're going to need this bait. And when you throw the line out, don't hit it against the rocks. Don't, just dip it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Watch. And he does it, shows. This guy's catching fish. You look at this guy, he's got trophies for fish all over the place, right? And you're like, man, it's not working for me. Why is it working for him? Because he's not just casting out a line with basic little worms on it. He's understanding each fish represents a different audience. All over this lake are all these little micro groups. And rather than casting one line and trying to reach all the different groups with it, he's casting a different line to each group that is much more of a fit for them. I call this bridge marketing. It was never taught to me. I don't even know if bridge marketing is the best term. I really don't. I just have called it bridge marketing forever. I've been calling it bridge marketing since 2013, right? Since I started teaching in 2013. It's been a decade I've been teaching this. So essentially what I'm trying to share is that when you market something online, if you're just marketing it general, you're just trying to get everybody to just join something, you got to imagine you're like somebody who's casting out a line with the worm on it. You might get somebody, some fish like worms, but you're not going to get anywhere near someone like me. You're not going to get anywhere near somebody who's actually just going to dominate the leaderboards, because they're going to go to each individual pocket of people and they're going to do a different offer. So now let's take your offer, right? Your offer, you should not look at your offer as one pitch. You should look at your offer instead of, okay, I call it static versus dynamic. So if you're taking notes, you might want to write this down. Static versus dynamic. Static is an offer that stays the same. This is my offer. It was my offer yesterday. It's my offer today. It's my offer tomorrow. It is your static offer. Dynamic is an offer that's always slightly changing. It's always slightly changing. Now, let me explain to you why an offer should change. Why dynamic works so much better than others. Before we even get into the different audiences, let's just talk about some simple things. Are men and women exactly the same? So just want you to think about this. Are men and women exactly the same? Or on average, I'm not talking about the exception to the rule where there are men and women that are very similar. I'm talking about the standard of men and women. Women have different interests than men. Men have different interests than women. And sometimes they have a crossover of a similar interest. But they are clearly defined two different audiences. Another example of two different audiences would be young kids and grown adults. A perfect example, if you don't believe me, what about music? How many times do adults, how many times do older folks look down and be like, God, can't stand the music that these kids listen to. Why don't they appreciate good music, the music of my era? You know, I can't stand the way they dress. Look at them sagging their pants are falling out. Why they got their underwear hanging out? There's such a divide of, and these are just two examples. I can give 100 of them right now. There's such a divide, right? And that's something as a marketer that we need to understand, because if you pitch the same thing to two different audiences, it's not going to convert as well, because this audience has different likes than this audience. And let's say that I pitch something to one audience and try to make it appeal to another. So let's say, you know what, I'm going to target 70-year-olds, because 70-year-olds have money, they got disposable income, they got time, they can get on Zooms, and they're willing to pay for training. Whereas maybe a young kid is just going to be on YouTube or Twitch and live streaming, and who knows, like they're going to try to have cheat codes, and they understand technology easier so they can learn faster. I'm a little bit older. I need to take my time. I need a mentor. I'm willing to pay. I got money, but what I don't have is time. So I don't want to spend 100 hours digging around YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to target older people. But if I try to take this same offer that I'm targeting older people with and try to sell it to a younger person, it's not going to convert as well. Or vice versa. Let's say that I want to target the young people, so I in fact, I even dress fairly young for my age, at least. I'm 45 years old. I dress like I'm 25. So, but let's say I was sagging my pants down to the point where you saw like all my boxers, my pants didn't even start to the end of the boxers. You're wondering, like, is this junk going to come out right in the middle of this presentation? Like, and let's say that I'm just like cursing a bunch and whatever. And I'm just like talking about like, oh, I'm a cop of Ferrari. Let's just say that I got like young. I started using the slang from like the next generation, right? I start applying really young. That actually can not just not convert as well to older people, but it could actually turn off the older generation. So I can actually, if I get too much into one market with my main offer, I could actually start turning away all of these markets, whether it's men and women, whether it's older, whether it's young, whether it's ethnicity, whether it's background, whether it's career, whether it's interest, whether it's hobbies. No matter what it is, you have to understand different people tend to like different things. Now, where bridge marketing comes into play is you take the same offer and you make a dynamic version, right? You dynamically make one version for older people and a different version for younger people. So the younger people are seeing a completely different version than the older people are seeing. Now my conversion rates are so much higher on both. My wins are so much higher. I'm able to reach audiences so much better. And you do this by creating a bridge. How can I take this offer? Okay, I'm gonna put my hand over here. How can I take this offer and connect it with this audience? This audience is blank, right? So now this offer is not designed naturally for young kids, right? This offer is like, it's not the young kid offer. It's not like it's like a young kid offer would be like, we have a programmer that teaches preteens how to be entrepreneurs. Okay, so if you are a preteen or even teenager, we teach teenagers how to be entrepreneurs. So if you are a teenager, join our program. We're dedicated to work around your school hours. We teach teenagers how to be entrepreneurs. Okay, if that was our program, we have a very clear audience. But if our program was just like, we teach everybody how to be entrepreneurs, then teenagers would need to be a bridge. We would need to create a bridge. How can we make our opportunity good for teenagers? How can we make it good for people in their 70s? How can we make it good for different ethnicities? How can we make it good for women? Then how can we make it good for men? See, there's all these subtle differences. And once you understand these subtle differences, you will see that I do this everywhere with everything, right? Now, if you get really advanced, your conversions will just blow people away. And when I talk conversions, I do know what I'm talking about, meaning that, meaning like an example would be like, let's take not just any affiliate offer I promote, but just, even look at like the open rates I have on my emails. I can show you open rates. I sent out an email yesterday and had an 82% open rate. And let me just ask you a question. When can you ever get 82% of people to do anything, let alone open an email? Like, let's say you had 100 friends on Facebook. Could you get 82 of them to like your post? Like, it's just not, like 82% is such an outrageous number, right? But the idea is because I first started doing bridge marketing with emails. And I'm going to tell you this story because it's going to be important. But I first started doing bridge marketing with emails. In fact, I'm going to say it's 3 times because it's important enough that I think you guys need to remember this. I first started doing bridge marketing with emails. Here's what I noticed. Back in 2014, I had built an email list of like 60, 70,000 people that were free leads. Some of them were buyers, but 70,000 people, you're not going to have buyers. So it's just a bunch of free leads. I was creating free courses. So I was doing stuff like this, but I would teach like, here's how to set up an Instagram. Here's how to set up a Facebook. Here's how to set up a Snapchat. Here's how to sign up for an affiliate offer. I would just do these little mini courses. Affiliate marketing for beginners, free. Shopify for beginners, free. I would just set up these little free courses. And then I would get these people on these lists. Of course, it will all be these random things: Instagram, Shopify, e-com, network marketing. It would just be all these little mini courses. And they would just be videos of me like this. I wasn't using Zoom, but I was using GoToWebinar, something similar. I would just do trainings like this for an hour and then post them up as replays. I didn't care, just free. So I built up like 60, 70,000 members like that of these courses. Now, when I sent out an email, let's say that I was going to promote the internet income system. So I'd send out an email. Hey, everybody, you guys got to join this new internet income system. It's only $100 a month. It is amazing. Okay. I would get some conversions. A lot of people on my list would buy. But the reason they would buy is because of KLT factor. They would buy because they knew me, they liked me, and they trusted me. I had already been training them for free, right? So because I had been training them for free, then a certain percentage of them are just like, hey, he's a good guy. He wouldn't be recommending it if it wasn't good. We'll try it out. It sounds like a good opportunity. I trust him. If he recommends it, I'll try it out at least and see how it works for me. So I would convert. But the conversions were never as high as I wanted. And neither were my open rates. So I had like 70,000 people on a list and my open rates were like 10%. I was averaging about 10% open rate, which people told me was industry standard. And out of those 10%, so I get like 5 to 7,000 clicks. I would usually dominate a leaderboard because 5 to 7,000, sorry, not 5 to 7,000 clicks, 5 to 7,000 opens. So I'd usually dominate a leaderboard because I got a good attention. I'd send an email a day or sometimes 2 a day to 5,000 opens. But out of those 5,000 opens, I'd only be getting like 300 clicks, like 200, 300 clicks. And so for me to drive like 1,000 clicks to an offer, I really had to like send multiple emails all about that offer. If I want to drive 2,000 clicks, I had to go for a whole week, like twice a day. So I learned something. I learned something very powerful back then. I had over here 10,000 people on the list, roughly. I don't know the exact numbers, but like let's say 10,000 that were all interested in Shopify. And then over here, I had 10,000 people that were all interested in network marketing. Well, network marketing and Shopify are two totally different audiences, but I sent the same email to both of them. I sent the same email to them, just blast, and I just try to keep it generic. Rather than blasting a generic email, what I learned to do and what I do differently now is I would send one email to the network marketers, and then I would rewrite the email and send it to the Shopify people. Not only that, but I would also build what's called a bridge page. Rather than send the Shopify people direct to Internet Income System, I would use the video funnels tool and I'd build a little video and I'd just send them from the email to that video and then to Internet Income System so that I could control the flow to make the Internet Income System something that is appealing to e-commerce people, Shopify people. And then I would do another one over here. I'd write an email all about network marketing. I'd make a little video all about network marketing and why the Internet Income System is the tool for it. And then I would send them through that mini funnel. And I would do the same thing for all my different lists. Okay. This is where I first learned it. This was very, very important. I'm going to show you guys, even if you don't have an email list, how to do it with social media. So it's going to be a little bit better for you. But, 2013, we really weren't crushing social media. Facebook was pretty much the main thing, or YouTube or something. So I started basically segmenting my list. So then when I realized how effective this was, my open rate went from 10% to when I emailed the e-com people, it would be like a 25% open rate. And when I emailed the network marketing people, it'd be like a 25% open rate. But if I just emailed everybody, it would be like 10%. The reason is because when I send an email to the network marketing people, in the subject line, I can now mention something about network marketing in the subject line. Right in the first line of the email, like when you look at your email, if you're on desktop or even on mobile, you see like the subject, but then you see like a little snippet of like what the email's about, like a little teaser. So you can decide if you want to read it. So that's important too. So it was like, I would have something about network marketing in the subject line and something about network marketing in the very first line of the email. And then for this group, something about Shopify and then something about Shopify, right? In the very first subject and email. And that alone gauge their interest, because if somebody's interested in Shopify and they just see like, hey, here's an email to make money online, you would think everybody wants to do it, but they really don't. They really want information about Shopify. So if you put even Shopify in the subject line alone, so I would do something that says like, use these 5 Shopify tips to 10x your store this year or something, right? And you might think, Chris, I thought you're promoting Internet Income System. What on earth does that have to do with Internet Income System? This is where bridge marketing comes in, my friends, is that stop trying to promote Internet Income System. Instead, start thinking like a bridge marketer. I don't want to promote Internet Income System because it's not a good match for them yet. I just want them to open an email. I just want them to open an email. So I just want to make it, what is something of value that I can give them for free right now that will get them to nibble on my little bait, right? What is the right bait? So instead, I was dangling worms and 10% were opening. Once I switched the worms to the little white fish with the little shiny little metallic on it, 25% open rate. Same list, same size, same email, same time. The only thing that changed was I made the email about them. Now, why would I make the email just about them when I got 50,000 of the people on my list? Because I'm only sending to them. I'm ignoring those other people for now. Just the Shopify part of the list, I'm just going to target them. I'm going to give you some Shopify tips. And in the email, I'm going to tell you to watch a video. One of the tips I'm going to make that they need IIS for it, right? One of the tips, right? Maybe even 2 of them. So now this is where the bridge marketing comes in. Bridge marketing is saying, how can I make the Internet Income System a fit for somebody who is in the internet, for somebody who's using Shopify. So how can I take somebody who's got a Shopify store, they're trying to do e-commerce. In fact, I'm gonna let live chat get involved in this. So this question for live chat right now, we'll see if anybody can get it right, okay? Why would somebody, name some reasons that you think somebody who has a Shopify store, who's doing e-commerce, they're just finding physical products, like things like this, right? Things like this drive right here. They're finding physical products, they're putting them on a little store, and they're advertising with like Facebook, Instagram, and they're getting people to buy this. People send them money, and then either they send the product or they go have like China send the product, like drop shipping. Why would e-commerce people want to be a part of the internet income system? And I don't want a generic answer. Like 100% you cannot say because they want to make more money. That's what I mean by fishing with worms. If you're fishing with worms, you're like, everybody wants to make more money, so I'm just going to preach, make money, make money, make money. That's fishing with worms. That is not going to get you a good result. So here's some of the answers for those of you watching the replay. Here's some of the answers that people are saying. They're saying Shopify people would want to build an email list, would want to learn faceless videos, video funnel software, CRM, copywriting. I don't really know about any of these. None of these are at all what I'm thinking. They want to sell info-based products. No, they don't. They want to sell their e-commerce products. Listen, can we stop real quick? Maybe somebody got it right. Can we stop? I want you guys to become masters of bridge marketing. Right now, it sounds like you guys are pre-guessing questions on a test before I've taught you what's going to be on the test. Just try to think a little bit harder. I want a reason that is what's something with 100% certainty? Like, what is something like, absolutely, if my friend's in e-commerce, like, oh, absolutely. Not like, well, they might want to, do this or do that. No, it's got to be something. More ways to find customers? No. Like, it's got to be something specific. Okay, Scott has a couple of you guys have a decent answer. Scott says they want to learn how to create traffic. Okay. Come back to that one. Traffic, a few people saying traffic. Okay, no, I'm not like, just being fair. I'm not being mean or rude. I'm just being fair. No, I don't like a lot of these answers at all. Just skipping right through most of them. I think traffic is a good one. I'm looking for like specific answers. None of your answers like wrong. There's certain answers that will convert like crazy. And then there's answers that just like, instead of worms, you're going to try a different bait, but it may not work still. Like, I don't want to do that. All right. There are hundreds of answers here, so I can't read through them all, but I don't really like them. Okay. It's being mean to everybody right now. That's kind of messed up. No, I don't like these answers. You guys, there has to be, look, you have to get, you guys, maybe I'm not being mean. Maybe I'm just being brutally honest. Look, I think making money online is easy, but that's because I'm comparing it to working a job, which I think is like deathly difficult, right? Some of you might think working a job's easy. Some of you might think going to college is easy. I dropped out of high school. I think school's hard. I don't know how people get through college. I just read a stat that 41 million people in America started college and dropped out right now actively. So like, it's hard. Okay. I think working out at the gym is hard. I think waking up early in the morning, going spending a couple hours at the gym, throwing around heavy weights, not getting injured, eating right, watching protein intake, calories, and all these things, like, it's overwhelming. I think internet marketing is easy because I'm comparing it to what I see other people do that is hard. Like right now, it's raining outside and the construction crew is working. They're in the rain. They're literally outside in the rain, in working heavy equipment and walking around in the mud with big old boots. Like, to me, that's 100 times harder than me chilling in here in a hat and a hoodie. It gets a little warm, I open a window and I just talk. To me, internet marketing is the easiest money that I could imagine. And it's like, to learn this stuff, it's a fraction of school. Like, I'm a high school dropout and I was able to make millions with this stuff. And I'm a slow learner. It's just, look, to me, it's easy. However, to some of you, it might be hard. So I want you to understand that if it were truly easy, then everybody would be rich, right? Everybody would have made $1 million if it were truly easy, truly. But I don't think it's the work that we do that's difficult. I think it's your mindset that's difficult. right? Your mindset complicates it. So all I'm saying is that most of the ideas that you guys are sharing right now for bridge marketing are a complex way to match this person with this person. I'm going to give you guys what I want. I'm going to give you guys how I think. Okay. I am looking for a no-brainer. Bada bing, bada bang, like 100% close ratio. I want no-brainers, just things that are just no-brainers. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about an offer and you think about an audience, you want to try to get something that's you want to get something that's a no-brainer, like something that like, what can I say to this audience that pretty much everybody would be like, dude, I'm interested. I'll watch a video. Dude, that sounds great. Like you want to think of the very specific things and it can't be generic. Like, I mean, you guys throw out good ideas like free money or whatever, but like, no, that's just going back to casting with the wrong bait. That's assuming everybody wants free money. When you listen to me clearly, your advantage is that you're the house, okay? Like in the casino, you have the house advantage, not the prospect. You have the house advantage. Meaning, let's say we're playing blackjack right now, okay? And I'm the dealer. You have to decide whether or not you're going to hit, give me another card, and whether you're going to stay. So you might bust, which means the casino wins no matter what I have. Do you understand how blackjack works? The casino wins. I could have nothing. I could have the worst cards possible, and I win only because you go first. And you could lose without even... That is what's called a house edge. That's how the casino can make so much money. They got this house edge. Do you understand? You, as a marketer, have the house edge. How do you have the house edge? Because I can research my market in advance before I pitch them. It is an unfair advantage. It's an unfair advantage. Look, I'm just going to share my screen, even though I'm not ready for this part yet. I want to come back to this, but I just got to share my screen. I'm sorry, just because I'm, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it. It's the only reason. So I'm going to share with you guys just this little list. So I just did a Google search. Let's see. I did a Google search, right? You're looking at some Google results of top 1099 jobs. Okay. So all I did was I typed in top 1099 jobs and it said sources around the web. And it just gave me all these things here. Okay. So all I did, top 1099 jobs. I was using this for the self-employment tax credit. So I'm going to come back to this for SETC. But I mean, I want you guys to understand this from a 30,000 foot view, that the way that you would pitch a photographer is different. I say photographer. I don't know what you guys say. Photographer. It doesn't matter. My ex-girlfriend used to make fun of me for calling it photographer. But I pitch a photographer differently than I'm going to pitch a landscaper. And I 100% guarantee I'm going to pitch a web developer differently. And guess what? A realtor differently. Do you understand? No matter what my offer is, let's say my offer is high level. I'm not going to give the same pitch. I'm not going to say, high level, where you can have a CRM and manage all of your leads, and you can build an email list, and you can also build pages, and you can build websites, and you can map your own domain name, and you can do text messaging, and you can do missed call text backs, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you're fishing with worms, right? You want to have a different pitch for each different type of person. Do you understand? And this is just random. This is the most random search, okay? It gets even crazier because you could even limit it further. Not only could I do photographers, but I could do photographers that are women. I could do photographers that are men. I could do photographers that are kids. Do you know what I'm saying? I could do photographers in a retirement perspective. People that have retired and love photography. I could do the different types of photography, wedding photography, outdoor photography, product photography. There's, even within each one of these, there's sub niches. Your ability to be able to match your offers specifically to this niche or any of those sub niches is going to increase your conversion so much that it will actually make the difference on whether or not you succeed. And once you succeed, you start to win. And once you start to win, that dopamine flows through your veins. Go back to the Vegas scenario. You win, you get that dopamine hit. Now you're in the game. All right. Let's scale the bets. Let's scale the bets. I just won. I'm ready. So this is what you want to do. You want to figure out how I could take my offer and make it appealing to my prospect. Now, let's take it even a step further. What if you're not targeting a specific niche? Okay, like this says graphic designers. Okay, what if it's not even graphic designers? What about just men and women? How can you bridge and how can you take the same offer? What is something that you guys could do? I want you guys to go right now in the chat. What is something I could do with my offer to make it more appealing to women? What are some things that are more appealing to women? That on average, I'm not saying every woman in the world, you guys, the average woman, the majority of women, what are some things that women tend to like or relate to more, or what are they attracted to more? Let's see what people say. Add flowers, pets, stay at home with family, kids, stay home, makeup, skincare, colors, community, purses, shoes, clothes, beauty, colors, imagery, make them look better, perfume, shopping, fashion, use women on the page, health and beauty, orchards, design, dancing, stay at home mom, make the offer about beauty, tech friendly, soft colors, security. You guys are way better at this than you were on the last question I asked. These are all great. I feel like I should just be screenshotting this right now. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna go back to Google. I'm gonna share my screen again. You guys need to see this, okay? Let's say okay, check. Okay, so I'm gonna look at some images really quick. I'm gonna look at these together. Just something this simple. I'm not saying this is what I would do. I'm just gonna give you a perspective. Okay. So I just did beautiful woman standing in front of a jet. The most subtleties like this make the world of difference, okay? See this image right here of this woman, right here. This can be done with AI. I can type this in right now to ChatGPT-4 or Midjourney, and I could create something like better than this, actually. I can create something better than, if this might have been done with AI for all I know, but I can create something better than this in Midjourney or ChatGPT-4, okay? Now, even something as simple as this is the background. And then over here on the left side of this picture, I just clicked on it to see if it gets us a little bit bigger. Young businesswoman standing in front of a private jet. On the left side of the picture, what I would have is I would probably have, I'd probably have like a lead capture form or something right here, a title, some text. So I would just take this and I would just put it into Canva. I would just take this image right here, put it into Canva, and start working with it. I'm not gonna do it right now because I'll get carried away and do like a 4-hour session like I normally do. But I'll just take it, put it in a screenshot this, put it into Canva, put some text on the left here, and maybe, or even just maybe use this as a background on an opt-in page. You can go to high level, go to any other service, build an opt-in page, use this as the background. Or I'll just use this as a subtle image and maybe just put some sort of like a statement here about what I'm talking about, right? So let's say hypothetically, am I really gonna have to break out Canva for this, you guys? Is this what it's come down to? The old Chris is back, 4-hour Zoom Chris. Jeez, don't tell me I become 4-hour Zoom Chris again. I worked so hard to not be that guy. And now I feel like I have 100,000 things to teach you in one single session. Everything's gone wrong. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up Canva, and I feel like we need a visual. I feel like it's just not right without a visual. Okay, so let's see if I can go back and share my screen. Let us share desktop 3. This should be sharing the right desktop. Okay, so what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm just gonna screenshot this. Okay, we could create this in AI. I'd rather create it in AI because it would just be so fast. I'd rather create it in AI, but we're gonna go ahead and screenshot that really quick. And we're gonna go to desktop and we're gonna grab the screenshot. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna load in the screenshot into Canva. You could do this with almost any art program and load it like that. Okay, so now we have a simple graphic. We can use this in a bunch of different ways. I could use this as a YouTube thumbnail. I could use this as a cover image. I could use it as a background photo. I could use it as a small little photo on the page. you know, you don't always have to think about it as a big photo. It could just be a little small little photo like this. That's like on the side with like, I got a long page going down. It's just on the side where I'm talking about stuff and it's just on there. It has nothing. I don't even have to put anything. I'm going to just have this. But the point is the point that I'm trying to make is that I got a woman standing in front of a jet. It's really that simple. And then I could always put some text on it or whatever. You could even grab some logos right there. Is the internet income system, you know, put that down there, you know, whatever it is. And then, you know, put some text up here, whatever. You would just go over to the text and, you know, choose something. And also even text, would you agree that some text is more masculine than others? So another thing I might do is I might even grab some text like this, right? And I might say something like, let's say, we're just going to mess like that. And we're going to say it like that. Okay. So we're going to go like this. Oh, whoops. We're going to just grab this text and we're going to ungroup it. I want these texts separate. I'm going to just go ahead and put this over there. And we're going to grab this, make it a little bit wider. I'm going to grab that, put that over there. And maybe turn it a little bit. And maybe make it a little bit smaller. Just for fun right now. I'm just kind of showing you. Okay, there it is. Time freedom. Now, group them back together. Make it a little bit bigger. And then you could choose, like, if you want it to be a different color, what you want it to be, something like that. You know, kind of choose like what aesthetic you're looking for. You know, what it is that you want. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, you can start to do something to be able to find aesthetics, right? You can even find color combinations that really work. And you can use different types of lettering, different fonts, different things. You can start to relate significantly. Now, the reason I wanted to pull up Canva is because now we could do the same thing, but let's switch it a little bit. So let's say, instead of a woman, beautiful man standing in front of a jet, right? You got the same kind of concept. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got the same kind of concept, right? So here we got the same dude, whatever. It's this girl's got a guy version, whatever. Now, this one, again, it's got the, don't worry about the watermark on it. I'm just going to use it as an example. Again, I would just do it AI. I would just do whatever the same AI image I had, and I would just make, instead, a man. And so same thing. We're going to go back. We're going to upload that. It's right there. There's the dude. Upload that. Boom. Right? Same exact thing. You grab the internet income system one, maybe drop that down here, and then grab some text. But now let's maybe look for like maybe a more bold, masculine, something that kind of matches the text, right? You're looking for something now that might be like a little bit more kind of bold and masculine or something like that. Okay. So there you go. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now when you look back and forth, they're really just the same thing. But the thing is that the subtle difference in marketing is that this same image is going to appeal to women more than this image is. And this image is going to appeal to men more than the other one. So the idea here is if I simply had a single page or a single video or a single anything, and I had a slide on my slideshow, or I had a thumbnail on my video, or I had a picture on my blog post or anything, I would simply copy the blog post, make one for men, then copy it. So first one I'm gonna make about men, then copy it. And I'm gonna swap this image out right here. I'm gonna swap it out for this one. And then I'm gonna make it about women. And that subtlety, whether it's a landing page, maybe it's just a background behind a landing page, the subtle difference is going to make a significant conversion rate. The font choice, the colors, the imagery, and then the language, the copywriting, how you're targeting that market. So the idea is just with a simple difference between men and women alone, you can already start to find things that are going to be more appealing. Because if you're a woman and you're on a page that's talking about becoming more successful or a business opportunity or something like that, and it looks like this is a company made by women for women that's going to help support women in your home, you're going to be more likely to get involved. Bottom line, the culture of a company is important. If it's a bunch of successful women that are all looking to work together and help each other out in a community, you're going to want to be a part of that. But that's going to be more appealing to women because men are like, you know, if it's just all women, like that's why like network marketing companies will often be, you know, culture based. You'll often notice like-minded people will often be in the same company. So you'll notice like a certain network marketing company will have like a black culture to it. Another one will have like a woman, like a mom culture, or even a Midwest woman culture to it. Another one will have like a power woman culture to it. Another one will have like an engineering, technical male culture to it. Another one will have like a Japanese culture to it or a Korean culture to it. Another one will have like a South American culture to it. Another one will have like a lot of young kids, a lot of hypey young kids that are all excited, that all kind of look the same, right? Another one will have a lot of older, more established people, grandparents. It's all, you'll notice that, of course, all types can succeed, but like-minded people tend to gravitate together. If you get a membership at the country club, okay, let's say you live in a nice community, there's a country club down the street. You get a membership at the country club. The thing is that you want the country club to be other people like you, right? Meaning, I'm not saying like other white men who wear baseball hats and hoodies. I'm just saying like you, meaning I want to be able to go, if I'm going to pay $100,000 a year for this country club, I want to be able to go and have business conversations. I want the people, to be affluent, be able to understand business. I want to feel safe. I don't want there to be any sort of danger there. I don't want to be getting in fights or arguments. I want people that I can relate to, that have similar interests, commonalities. Maybe we golf together, maybe play tennis together, or whatever it might be. You're going to want people that are of your caliber. Like you've spent your whole life going from level 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to level 10. You're looking to hang out around other people at level 10 if you can. So people tend to gravitate together, right? So what you want to do is you want to understand that, and you want to make your offer the thing those people want to gravitate towards. It is called attraction marketing. If I want to attract women, I'm going to do a much better job by tailoring to women. So another good example, let's say that I was going to do a quick little video right now. Okay, watch this little video. This is gonna be the shortest little thing ever. It's not real. Don't worry about using this. What's up? It's Chris Record here. In today's video, I'm gonna show real estate agents how to be able to get more traffic, leads, and sales so you can absolutely dominate for your brokerage, right? You can absolutely be the #1 marketer in your area. Most real estate agents are out there doing bus benches and the little dividers at the shopping store, and they're advertising in newspapers and these old school, outdated methods that do not work anymore. But if you're a real estate agent that understands modern times, it's all about using brand new strategies, brand new hacks, especially online on social media that nobody else is using. What if I could show you a way to be able to create a TikTok video that went massively viral, that generated highly qualified leads? In fact, what if I showed you how to advertise that TikTok video and get leads for as little as $2 each? What if I showed you a way to be able to build your TikTok following into the tens of thousands for less than a penny per follower, to build you that credibility, to make you stand out as a real estate agent? In fact, when I'm done training you, I have no doubt that all of your real estate agent peers are going to want to pay you to teach them your secrets on how you're doing what you're doing. That's what we're going to teach inside of today's session, which is all about how, as a real estate agent, to be able to build, grow, and scale your business by generating you more high quality traffic, leads, and sales online. Let's get started. Do you understand? If you're a real estate agent, everything I'm saying sounds good. If I add in there some screenshots, some social proof, some background images of real estate, if I even give an example of a real estate agent that has a large following, or a real estate related video that has millions of views to show them some social proof, it's game over. Every real estate agent I know is going to pay $100 a month to join this program. Bottom line, game over, done deal. Do you imagine you could do this to every single demographic? Do you understand? You can all create massive wealth with bridge marketing. Massive wealth with bridge marketing. Because you got to get good at taking whatever it is you sell. I don't care if it's this. I mean, the whole point of these sessions is to teach you how to market anything you want. I don't care what it is. I could take any product, anything, and I could teach you how to be able to do bridge marketing. You guys are funny. Has he started talking about bridge marketing yet? It's like all I've been doing for 45 minutes is giving straight hardcore bridge marketing examples that I wish I knew. And had somebody been willing to teach me these examples, I would have made, I think, tens of millions of dollars more. I had to learn it the hard way because I had to do everything wrong. You got to understand, if you're not getting the point of bridge marketing, if you miss this Zoom session, it's so much lost opportunity. Look, I do have friends that have big email lists that are succeeding with bridge marketing. I do. But I make more money with 1,000 person list than they make with 100,000 person list. I have a friend with a $300,000 person list, and I have a 1,000 person list that I could dominate anything over him with on a 1,000 person list. Do you understand? Let's see. Hold on. Somebody said something about Shopify. Did you like Michelle, did you like the example I gave on how to bridge over Shopify? It was like exactly how I sold everything. Straight up. If you just do it, if you don't have to do it with email, but yeah, what I did with the Shopify example right in the beginning, that's literally, if you guys only had 5 minutes to watch this Zoom, that would be probably the biggest takeaway was when I first was teaching bridge marketing, the difference between the Shopify and the network marketing was 100%. Gerald says, how does this work with a 0-person list? There is no such thing as a 0-person list. That does not exist. You could argue that you have people on your list that don't know you, like you, and trust you yet. You could argue that, but there is no such thing as a 0-person list. I can set up a brand new account on Facebook today under a fake alias name, and I have a list of millions of people that I could reach out to with bridge marketing. I could start an ad right now with no account. I could start an ad and I have millions of people that I could reach out to with bridge marketing. I could walk outside of my house and there's millions of people that I could talk to about bridge marketing. The idea is that this gets the people on your list. Do you understand? This is exactly the strategy you don't need a list for. My point is, back it up a second. If you guys think for a second that this is something you do later, then I'm failing you as a teacher. This is what I did to make money. This is what I did to get leads. This is what I did to dominate leaderboards. This is not what I did after I was like, the only reason I did it late was because I did it wrong. I had to work 10 times harder to make the same amount of money. I just did it wrong for so long. I finally beat myself. I got beat up so many times. And I was like Rocky. I just kept getting back up after getting beat up. So, was anybody paying attention to the nuggets that are being dropped? Was anybody paying attention when I said, do you guys remember this part? That I built a 70,000 person email list, mostly just from giving away free content. Did anybody hear that? Or was anybody paying attention? Did that go over anybody's head? These are 70,000 people that I did not know, and they did not know me. I charged them nothing. I made no money. Does anybody want to make a guess at how much money I made off that 70,000 person list? Any guesses? Any guesses? Let's say gross revenue, not even profit, just total gross revenue off that 70,000 person list. No one's even right. I'll tell you, there's not one person that has even said enough money. Greg got the closest. I don't know the exact figure. It's impossible to know. But if you take a look at the launches, just off the list in 2014 and 15, I did $14 million, right? Then I launched Techademics with that list. And that company went on and did over $30 million. Then several $1 million more through all the mastermind program that I ran afterwards. I don't know, gross sales, maybe $50 million in sales off of 70,000 free leads. How long did it take How long did it take to drive the 70,000 free leads? It took around 9 months. So I decided to not make money for 9 months. Now, does that mean Chris was broke and couldn't pay bills? No. I did something else to pay bills while I built this for 9 months. There's such thing as called long game marketing. For example, oh man, I don't know how hard I want to go, and I don't know if I ever want to end this training. It's one of those things that I could just go on for hours. Listen, right now, if you know off the top of your head, or if you have to check your phone app real quick, can you do me a favor? I want you guys to look and see how many friends you have on Facebook and post the number in the chat. Just that's all I'm looking for. How many friends do you have on Facebook? It's a simple number. Okay. I'm going to look too. We're going to start with me. I'm going to pull it up. Just pull up Facebook, go to your profile. Okay. That's all you got to do. Okay. And go to friends. Then you got to go to friends. You got to go to friends. I don't know where it is. I'm the worst at this. God, did I just tell you guys to do something I don't know how to do? because I'm in some professional mode right here. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look on my desktop. my friends are hidden or something. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a second. There we go. It's hidden on my phone. Okay, so God, this is so bad. It's not showing me here either. Go to friends. You know what? Can you guys do me a favor? Can someone just tell me how many friends I have? I'm the worst at social media. I know I have followers. Those are followers. Okay, I'm gonna read these numbers real quick to you guys. That's funny that I can't even figure out how to find out how many friends I have. Jeez. Okay. Okay, let's see. Wow, there's so many to read here, but you guys are going crazy. All right, I'm just gonna read a bunch of these. 121, 590, 150, 575, 240, 200, 2100, 850, 1300, 98, 1800, 870, 3125, 83, 2500, 4700, 645, 1000, 1100, 149, 1467. Okay, you guys get the point. You guys are looking at my followers, not my friends. By the way, if you guys aren't friends with me yet, the only people I'm accepting as friends are in Atlas right now, just so you guys are aware. The only people, let me share my screen really quick. Look at this. I'm not kidding. If you guys are watching this replay or watching this live, the only people look at these friend requests. I got thousands. I got 1,000 friend requests here. I don't accept anybody. These are all prospects. These are all people sending me friend requests. Might be you guys. These might be you guys. I'm for all I know, right? There's just all these people that are sending me friend requests. I'm not accepting them. Look, I can even show you, like, this person here bought one of my high ticket programs for $10,000. Haven't accepted him yet because I deleted my friends just to make room for you guys. So I don't know if you guys understand that or not, but if you friend request me here, I can't confirm you. You have to actually friend request me and send me a DM. It's the only way it works. Like, you actually have to go here and send a friend request and then DM me the word Atlas, because I can only see Atlas. I only know that, like, I'm not going to try to remember your faces and your names. Like, I can only do it if you friend request me and DM me the word Atlas. Okay. So the reason I asked you how many friends you have is this. What is your role in your business, right? What is your role in your business? When you have an online business, you wear all the hats, right? You have to handle marketing, advertising, fulfillment, customer support, website design, programming. You have to handle graphic design. You have to handle operations. You have to handle employees. You have to handle hiring and firing and HR, and you have to handle taxes and legal and setting up corporations and bank accounts. You have to handle merchant accounts. You have to handle troubleshooting. You have to handle phones or emails or DMs or any other form. I mean, there's a million hats you wear when you're running your own business. That is too hard. All that is too hard. Then next thing you know, you get these bags under your eyes like me and Jeff. It's just too hard. That's expert level. Don't even bother with it. So what we teach instead is, don't do all that. Let crazy people like Jeff and myself do all that and sleep less and sacrifice life and compromise. Let us do all that. You only have one role. You only have one role in your business. The only role that you have is marketing. The only thing you should be doing in your business is marketing. In fact, you should not even be thinking of these other things until you're making money. Okay? So what you're doing is you are in charge of marketing. Somebody else is fulfilling the product. That's us. Somebody else managing customer support. That's us. Somebody else is training your people. That's us. Somebody else is handling your payments and your products for you. That's us. Somebody else is doing everything for you. You just have to do marketing. All you have to do is marketing. It's just so much simpler to make money, right? So if your job is marketing, let me ask you, why do you have 98 friends on your Facebook profile? To me, the very first sign of marketing that I'm going to give you guys, the very first sign is show me your marketing. Do you know what I'm saying? Luciana says I have 20. You're saying I have 29, 27 friends? So first things first, that sounds about right. I think I have like 3,000 friends. I literally deleted 2,000 people just to make room for you. Even if you follow me, just send me a message just saying Atlas friend request, or say Atlas. It's got to be in my DMs. Otherwise I can't accept you. If it's not in DMs, I can't accept you. So the first form of judgment that I'm going to have is show me your marketing. The easiest way to show me marketing right now would be show me your social media following. The easiest site to get a following on is Facebook. By far, it's the easiest. The second easiest is probably Instagram, then probably TikTok, YouTube. First thing I'm going to say is show me your following. Second thing I'm going to say is show me your engagement. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the very first thing. Now, let's take it a step further. If I were you, here is a plan. I'm going to give you guys a surefire way to make $20,000 a month right now. God, I think it's so much more. I'm just sitting here going, $20,000 a month sounds crazy low. I personally think this would make way more than, 20,000 is too low. I think this is a game plan to make $500,000. Okay. Now, I'm about to share with you guys a game plan right now as an example of bridge marketing that would make $500,000. The reality is you're not going to do it. It's unfortunate. So we're probably going to have to come back tomorrow and do mindset training. Because even when I share with you guys the exact things that I would do if I were you, you still won't do them. Is that shots fired? Yeah, that's shots fired right there. It's just a shame. It's like, I've been teaching so long, I already know you won't do it. It doesn't matter whether you do it. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I were you. Let me get a name. If you want me to use you as an example, say something like, Chris, what would you do if you were me? Just say that. Say that in the chat. Just say it in the chat right here. Chris, what would you do if you were me? Then I'll show you. Hold on, who wrote that? Charles. WWYDIYWM. What would you do if you were me? Props, Charles. All right. So we're going to use Charles first because that was the acronym. All right, Charles. What would I do if I were you? Charles Lawrence. How many friends do you have? Charles Lawrence, drop me in the chat. How many friends on Facebook do you have? Just going to use Facebook as an example real quick. 687. Okay. Facebook max is at 5,000, but it's a fake max. So we could take it to 100,000, a million, right? So the easiest source of leads that social media provides, the easiest and best source of leads, is currently called Facebook Friends. Now, the reason I say most of you won't do this is because most of you have already created an identity with Facebook. It's unfortunate. Facebook's like one of the best marketing platforms, and we throw up our own identity about it that forces us to not want to use it. And we want to create new accounts. Oh, I want to go create a new account, a new Facebook. Do I have to do it on my Facebook? Can I do it somewhere else? Do I have to use my face? It's just what we do. But like I said, this is like $500,000. This is like $500,000. This is the kind of money that's like, come on, no excuse type money. Okay, so if I was Charles Lawrence and I had 687 Facebook friends, the very first goal I would set is this. Let's do the math. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen again. Do I have a doc here? Yeah, I got a doc. Okay, Charles, this is for you. So, okay, we're going to give this an example. Charles Lawrence example. Okay, so 687 Facebook friends. Okay, goal number one equals 5,000 Facebook friends. And this is going to be a temporary max. It's just temporary, 5,000 Facebook friends. Okay, so that's going to be overall goal. Now we're going to break this down into daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. Okay, so Facebook has limits on how many people that you can send friend requests to. Now, there's no exact limit, meaning I've sent as many as 100 requests in a single day and not been punished for it. But let's play it very, very safe. If you send too many Facebook friend requests to people that you don't know, then Facebook is going to put you in Facebook jail. So let's just say we do 10 requests 3 times per day. That's it. It's very, very, very simple. 3 times per day, we do 10 requests. Okay? That's simple. And I'm going to show you ways to be able to get it better. So we're going to do 30 new friend requests daily. So now we're going to take the math and we're going to do 30 times 7. That's 210 new friend requests weekly. So this is daily. Okay. And we don't have to put daily and weekly. We already know because it's over here on the left. So 32, 210, right? Per week. Now, we're also going to say, okay, there's like, let's just say there's roughly, we could do this a few different ways. We could do times 365 days. We could do times 52 weeks, but let's just go here. Let's just say 4 weeks a month, right? So let's just say 840 new friend requests per month. And let's just do quarterly. That would be 840 times 3, which is 2,400, 2520. Is that right? So I'm just spitballing math off the top of my head. I don't even know. 800 times 3, 8, 16, 24, 40 times 3, 120, 2520. Okay, 2520 new friend requests. Okay, so yearly, let's just say it's 10,000 plus new friend requests. Okay, so we're going to look at this. Daily is 30, weekly is 210, monthly is 840, quarterly is 2520, yearly is this. Now let's talk about friend requests for a second. Okay, you're gonna start with target market, then target market friends of target market. And this, what I mean by that is like mutual friends, the same industry. Okay, so you're gonna start with target market audience, and then you're gonna target target friends of target market, mutual friends, same industry. So an example is, let's say that my target market is network marketers. So Charles, I may want to, if I'm going to choose network marketers as my target market, then I have 687 Facebook friends. First thing I'll probably do is see if I need to delete any of these people before I start filling it up. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get to 5,000, which looks like it's going to basically take between 3 to 6 months, well, probably 6 months. So I'm going to try to get there, and we're going to choose an example audience. Example audiences would be like network marketers, real estate agents, chiropractors, dentists, nurses, etc. Okay, you guys get the point. It's basically it can go even crazier. You could do like gamers, like kids. You could do gamers. You could do photographers. You guys get the point, right? It could be any number of things. You don't understand it. It doesn't matter what it is. Each one of these is an exact good market for what we do. Okay, so you're going to start with this examples right there, all these different types of things. Okay, and then what you're going to do is what you want to do with this list is you want to, I'm just going to write it out, just write out my thoughts. You want to start by finding, let's say like coins, okay, which stands for centers of influence. Okay. That's coin, center of influence, and coins would be people that are centers of influence. So you want to start by finding coins. Okay, these are people who have who are well connected with other friends in the same industry. Okay, example, let's say network marketing would be someone like Eric Worre. Do you understand? It'd be someone like Eric Worre, right? So if you go to somebody like Eric Worre, and if you're in the network marketing industry, okay, this guy says, on a mission to empower network marketers, entrepreneurs, and all who are searching for a better life. He runs a company called Network Marketing Pro. His entire business is helping network marketers. So when he posts content, if you ever look for his posts, when he posts content right here, starting to get veins, even though it's about this, 190 likes, 46 comments, these are network marketers. So let's look at one right here. First one in there, Aaron Parker, And now you're seeing basically Network Marketer 101, 3 posts down, Jade. Congratulations on achieving the rank of Jade. Now, you may not know Aaron Parker, right? But this is how you would find them. Just in seconds, you would just be able to find people, right? So you essentially just went to a post where somebody's just talking about working out, but you know his audience is network marketers. So you know in the comments you're going to find network marketers, and in the likes you're going to find network marketers. And you don't really need to find them anywhere else because you don't know how active people are on his friends list, right? Then what's going to happen is as you add Eric Worre, once Eric Worre becomes a friend or whatever, you add somebody like that. Once they become a friend, then when you send Aaron Parker a friend request, it's going to show that you have mutual friends with Aaron Parker. So now it's going to show we have at least one mutual friend, which is Eric Worre. Well, once I get a lot of mutual friends, it's going to look like this. It's saying right here, I have 60 mutual friends with this guy. I have 48 mutual friends with this girl. I have 55, 2 mutual friends right here. 14, 2, 10, 27, 3. The benefit of this is when you start connecting with mutual friends, Facebook's algorithm goes a little bit easier on you. So now Facebook's algorithm is not going to go so difficult on you, and it's not going to like put you in Facebook jail as much. You still have to be cautious. But if you're sending friend requests to people that have no mutual friends, you don't even know them, you might get a message from Facebook saying you do not know them, right? So you have to limit it, which is why I suggest just going at a slow pace. Here's what you don't want to do. I don't want to go here and press add, 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 go here and press, that's what people do. And they go to Facebook jail. Okay. If I just did that 15 times in a row right now, I'm going to get a message from Facebook telling me to stop. So I would space it out. I would just say like 10 max, and then you got to wait at least an hour. Okay, that's going to be the algorithm I'm going to give you. If you have a little bit more time, if you sit around your phone or computer all day, then sure, you could do like 5. But if you're going to spread it out throughout the day, but now you got to remember to do it. Like the bottom line is you got to do 30 a day without going to jail, without going to Facebook jail. That's the mission, right? So when I'm talking about this, I'm saying you've literally, these are your goals, right? 30 new friend requests. I don't care if you could break it into 5 friend requests 6 times per day and you just have that kind of consistency. God bless you. I don't. This is already hard enough for me, right? The consistency of it. And we want to get carried away and we just want to add all 30 at once, but Facebook knows we want to do that. Facebook's built to make sure we don't do that. So first, again, reminding the goal. The goal is 5,000 new Facebook friends, but not just any Facebook friends. You want to target a target audience. For example, one of these, and I'm saying right now, if you target network marketers, and I use Eric Worre's profile as an example. Now, once you go to another profile, okay, Aaron Parker. Now, once you get the friend exception from this person, and you might also want to maybe like you'll look and see, okay, the wife is also posting about it. So then you're going to go friend request with Kathy Parker. And then you're going to kind of look in and you're going to kind of figure out, what's going on, right? And you go, okay, this person would qualify as a coin, right? 864 likes, 756 comments. And so now you're going to kind of go in and you're going to kind of, in the beginning, you're going to go a little bit slower. In the beginning, your goal is not 5,000 friends. In the beginning, your goal is friends of friends. You want to get to the point where if I send this friend request to Richard Matharu, okay? If I send this friend request to Richard Matharu, look, we have 54 mutual friends. So if I send him a friend request right here, we have 54 mutual friends. Facebook is going to kind of realize this person is likely a good fit. Now, let's go even further, okay? Here, let me tell you right now why this is why I make money, why other people don't, okay? Look at this, Richard Matharu. First of all, he's paying to get the blue check verified badge, which tells me he's taking his online marketing serious. He's got a proud family man, self-made online entrepreneur. He's got a website, so I have data. I am now the house. Before contacting Richard, before talking to Richard at all, I have the ability to be able to learn all about Richard. I have the ability right now to be able to learn all about him, to be able to see, I'll be able to see things about him, see what his interests are. This is all bridge marketing fodder, right? This is all like massively helpful bridge marketing material. I could tell that he cares about aesthetic and brand. I could tell that he's either a website designer or has good taste for design, right? Good taste. I could tell here like things about him. Maybe he likes to travel or maybe just likes to showcase lifestyle. I can also see what kind of things he's into. You know, is he into business opportunities? He's got a free community here with school. He's got a YouTube video here. We can look and see he's probably got a YouTube channel. And even from this, without watching his videos, I could simply go here and I can really quickly learn a lot about the man from his YouTube channel. Do you know what I'm saying? I can click here. So he's got almost 1,000 videos of 1.2 million views. He's been doing this for a decade. Okay. And I can go over here to popular and go to videos and I can go to popular. I am the house. I am the blackjack dealer, not the player. If you could bet on the blackjack dealer, you would always win. Okay. So you look at this and you're like, okay, this kind of popularity stuff he's doing. You can also see what he's doing lately, how I went full-time in 5 months, 4 steps to generating MLM leads, 328. So you start to, I'm the house. I got all the advantage. So now I can learn about this guy. And so now what I want to do is I want to sit here and go, okay, so I want to be able to add this person as a friend. I want to send a friend request. I got no message from Facebook. Facebook basically is just allowing me to send a friend request. It costs me nothing. As long as I don't abuse the service, it costs me nothing. Now, there's not a lot for me to do except start to find a way to where Richard Matharu knows me. Start to find a way to where he knows me. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit more passively because all I really care about, this is what I really care about passively, is now if we connect as friends, if he accepts my friend request, he's more likely to see my content in the newsfeed. That's what I mean by passively. Actively is where I may take, 30 minutes a day and engage on people's content in the newsfeed. So I may say, look, I know the newsfeed is a place of junk and spam and it sucks you in and this and that. What if I actually went to the newsfeed with intention? What if I went to the newsfeed with pure intention to engage on, let's say, 10 posts? I'm going to go in and I'm going to engage on 10 posts in a way where I might be noticed, which means let me find something to say something witty about. Okay. Something witty. Like if I just say Happy New Year right here, it's not gonna, if I just click like, that's not going to do anything. My name is going to be one of 103 other likes. Plus he's probably got a bunch of other social media. Okay. If I say this is horrible. This is the worst thing you could say. I don't even know what this is. God, this is just get off social media at this point. That person should just quit. They're not good at it. Okay. You can see he's responsive or he really knows the person, right? So Merry Christmas. I still don't know this guy enough. So what I'm looking for is ideally, I'm looking for a way to be able to start to get on this guy's radar, but I'm not going to pitch him. I'm not going to throw up. I'm not going to do anything like that. Now, it would really help if I knew something about this. Okay. If I had been here. Okay, Windermere, United Kingdom. Now, if I knew something about that, that would be even better. But I'm not going to comment with him and his daughter. Not going to comment with this kind of stuff. But I'm looking. I'll wait. All he's doing is posting family photos, so I don't know if this is the best one. But essentially, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something. Yeah, I don't really care about any of these. So you're looking for something where maybe there's an opportunity, and it might not be on Facebook, right? But even here, I'll at least go passive. Now, look, you can do this. You could do this very easily in the beginning. In the beginnings, take your time a little bit more. Start building up that base. So let's say my base was network marketers. I've now added one, and I'm going to add 30 today in small increments of like 10 at a time. And then what's going to happen is, when you look at this math right here, I'm basically adding like 10,000 a year. Out of these 10,000, I'm not looking for all of them to accept. Maybe only a quarter of them are going to accept. Maybe only a couple thousand new friends are going to accept, right? But I'm also going to have spillover, which is I'm also going to be producing content that's going to be generating new friends. And I'm also going to be getting a lot of incoming friend requests, because as I start to get myself out there, it's going to start showing me as a suggested friend to other people, and my content's going to start attracting people. So you also got to imagine that, like right now, if Facebook raised the limit to 10,000 friends, I could easily just get 10,000 friends in a single month, because inbound friend requests, there's no limit. Now, one thing I want to make clear, let's talk about this for a second without the screen share. One thing I want to make clear is the one thing that I'm not going to do at all. This is going to sound crazy to you guys. The one thing I'm not going to do to Richard Matharu is I'm not going to pitch him. Completely unnecessary. I do not ever have to pitch Richard Matheru. Will he join the business? Yes. Will he rank on the leaderboards? Yes. Will it be because I cold pitched him? No, it just will not be. Will it be because he started to know who I was? He started to see my content in the newsfeed and realize my content was good? Will it be because he doesn't remember when we became friends? He won't remember how we became friends, but he will just know I'm somebody connected in his network who is putting out value, who is building an audience, who is getting results. Not only that, but my content is geared towards my niche audience, which in this case would be network marketers. So going back full circle, if I were Charles, I would get to 5,000 friends at a reasonable pace, all in the same niche. Now, let's take it a little bit further. Would I accept the friend request from somebody who was not in network marketing just so I could have another eyeball on my content? Anybody want to answer? More eyeballs, right? Is that a good thing? No, there's always exceptions, but the easy answer is no. Look, you guys want a $500,000 plan? If you had 5,000 friends that were real estate agents right now, all you'd have to do is convert 200 of them. That's $20,000 a month. That's $250,000 a year at the front end product. Double that with the upsells. $500,000. You guys want some simple math? Here you go. Simple math for you. 5,000 real estate agents as friend. Every single day, you just post something valuable for real estate agents. You want to know how easy that is? Whatever I teach you, just say the same thing, but for real estate agents. Okay, I teach you faceless marketing. Here's how to build a faceless TikTok and get 1,000 followers on your account and be able to get hundreds of thousands of views on each post without ever using your face, without ever using your voice, without ever using your name, and you could use those leads for anything you want. That's Faceless Academy, Faceless Content Academy. Why not just rephrase it? Attention real estate agents. Here's this video will show you how to be able to build a faceless account where no one even knows it's you. You don't use your face, you don't use your voice, you don't use anything. It goes extremely viral on TikTok, and all those leads you can use for real estate. The leads that you generate that are going to be local to your area, because you're going to do local content, you can list homes or sell homes. And we're going to show you how even the leads that you get outside of your local area, how to be able to monetize those leads so that you can scale up. So if you're a real estate agent and you're looking for a creative marketing strategy that literally your 12-year-old could run for you to be able to get you a massive amount of traffic, leads, and sales, watch this faceless marketing video. It's just, you understand, you just take the same content that exists in the world and you create a bridge to a real estate agent. You say, how would this content be valuable for a real estate agent? And you create the bridge. So what happens is you start getting engagement, because guess what? If you have 5,000 real estate agents on your friends list, 5,000, okay? And you make a good post that's actually something valuable for real estate agents, you'll probably get 1,000 likes. You'll probably get 1,000 comments. That post will get shown to more people than just your friends, because when they like it, it's also going to show to their friends that are not your friends yet. Your follower account's going to start growing into the thousands. You just choose a target audience. You take content and you build a bridge. You don't need to go find real estate content. Just go think to yourself, hey, let me take some existing content and just say it like it's for real estate agents. Do you understand? It's right now, $500,000, and I think it's realistic. If I was Charles and I built a list, 5,000 friends that were in network marketing. By the way, real estate agents are going to accept you right back. They want friends. By the way, network marketers, they love themselves a friend request. You want to get accepted fast as friends with people? Go friend request a network marketer. Yeah, a little piranha will snap right on your friend request and chop it right up. They're on it. Same day type stuff. Send a friend request, they're on it. Same day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't hard. So like, you could get to 5, just imagine, okay, how about this? Just play with me. Just imagine you got 5,000 friends on Facebook right now, maxed out, and they're all network marketers. Or let's even say you got 1,000, but 4,000 of them are network marketers. Now, what you need to do is you need to start creating content for network marketers. You are now a marketer. You are simply finding content that would benefit them. And it doesn't even matter about generating leads or anything. Right now, you just need to get good at, I've got an audience and I'm starting to build KLT factor with them. Then what you'll do is you'll take a full video, be like, oh my God, Chris just did a network marketing training. It was like an hour long. It is so phenomenal. He said we could clip it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 5 little clips out of his hour-long training about network marketing. I'm gonna take 5 little clips. That's my content for the day. I'm gonna post a clip on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And every single clip, I'm gonna say a little bit about it and say, if you're a network marketer who's looking for more traffic, leads, and sales, just DM me the word Atlas or DM me your email address. Just DM me your email address and I will send you this full, 90-minute training. You know what I'm saying? So you chop it up. Maybe you chop out 10 little sections that are really good. Now you got content for 2 weeks and you got the full content you're using as a lead gen. You take the email, you put it into high level onto a MLM leads list. And now, boom, it automatically fires off the full training right in their email. And that full training is hosted on Video Funnels, just embedded. And then boom, sends them right into Atlas for $100 a month where they can learn everything. If you only made $250,000 from this strategy, I would consider it a failure. If you only made $10,000 a month from the strategy, that's what I'm saying. If you only made $10,000, if you got 5,000 network marketers as friends, or 5,000 real estate agents as friends, or 5,000 any specific niche as friends, and you did what I'm telling you to do, and you only got 100 people to sign up. Out of 5,000, if you only ever got 100 people to sign up, just by sharing OPC, other people's content, that'd be 100 times 100, that's $10,000 a month recurring. I would consider it a failure. If you actually did it, what I'm teaching you, and you only made $10,000 a month, I would just go back to your $5,000 a month job. This isn't for you. I would just donate back the money. Say, Chris, I tried. I'm sorry. Head in shame, walk in shame. Just walk away. If you only made $10,000 a month, I would be embarrassed. I wouldn't want to show up in the Zoom anymore. I would stop sharing my camera. Change my profile picture. You know what I'm saying? It would be embarrassing to only sign up 100 out of 5,000 qualified, engaged friends. That's how good the strategy is. Will anybody do it? No, you guys don't do it. That's the problem. Now, the same thing. You can do the same thing everywhere. Instagram has follow for follow. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram, you follow people, they follow you back. You do the same thing on the platforms. When your content is targeting, even with ads, even when you're like growing TikTok, how many you guys learned how to run TikTok ads through the TikTok course? And I told everybody you could do the same thing, but use specific keywords to get your good following so you actually make sales. I got some of you coming to me, it's like, hey, Chris, I got like 6,000 followers on my TikTok. How can I convert them to sales? It's like, who did you target? I don't know. I target men and women age 35 plus, United States. It's like, no, you're not going to make any money. You have to target, but did you target MLM keywords? Did you target real estate agents? Who's your exact target audience? Then you create content exactly for them. Like, let's say on TikTok, let's say I just all my content was for real estate agents. I would just go all over the web and find stuff that already exists, clip it, post it, clip it, post it. Funny real estate stuff. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find something real quick. I'm just searching. Like, I'm just searching real quick. Real estate stuff. Let's see. Yeah, there's some good ones here. These are, so I'm looking, oh yeah, I can share my screen, yeah, in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just going to share my screen. Hold on. So just giving you guys an example. So in this case right here, I was just looking at real estate stuff. So like, just an example here.
Not immediately go into real estate investing. I think a lot of people think that that's where you make money. That's also where you can lose a significant amount of money. Brokerage.
Okay, so this guy, Ryan Serhant. What's his name? Forget it. Oh, right here, Ryan Serhant. So Ryan Serhant. Okay, so I would start with something like this, like Ryan Serhant, right? And then I'd probably go a little bit further and just be like, podcast. Okay, perfect. Here he is interviewed. Here he is interviewed. Here he is interviewed. Here he is interviewed. Here's some shorts you could kind of repurpose. But I'm really looking for like interviews. Here he is interviewed. Here he is interviewed. And all you need to do is just grab a clip. Boom. It's just easy, right? It's just easy. You're just taking this. You're just copying the link address. And then you're going to a tool that we teach in all the training. Go to like 4K downloader. You download it. It's so easy. You guys understand it's so easy. You guys complicate this stuff, right? You guys are the ones complicating it. Am I sharing the whole screen or just a browser? Hold on. Sorry, I meant to be sharing the whole screen. Desktop 3, maybe? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you just grab any one of these videos. You can download it using the 4K video downloader. Download right here. Just download it at 720. Don't need anything. And then I'm just downloading there in the background. Now let's grab that thing and throw it into CapCut. Clip it. Find a little 45-second clip where he's saying some good stuff. Start a new project in CapCut. Clip it, and we'd be good to go. Post it on my Facebook. Post it on my Instagram. Post on my TikTok. Wherever I got my real estate. And this is just one guy. This is just how. I mean, what about Grant Cardone? How much? Grant Cardone. How many times do you say things like rent where you live and own what you rent? Do you know what I'm saying? Like all this kind of stuff. You got to realize like all the stuff that these people are saying. See, I'm just gonna pull up CapCut. It's like it's controversial. Pull up CapCut, and then we're gonna drag it over into import. There it is inside of CapCut. Drag it down here to the timeline. Let me see if it's sharing my screen actually, just in case. All right, drag it to the timeline and change the ratio over here to TikTok 9:16. You know what I'm saying? Just like this. And we're good to go. Now, I got them in a little thing like this, and you just choose whatever the clip is. Just for the sake of doing this, I'm gonna find like some little clip right here, just to show you. Let's just say, I'm not gonna listen to it right now, but let's just say this was it. Okay. Let's just say this was the clip right here. They were saying something good, so I don't need the stuff before it. Right there, he's just saying some stuff that's good. Bada bing, bada bang, good stuff right there. And then he's done. Okay. So let's just say that was his little clip right there. Okay. So now you got this little clip. There it is. Pretty simple, right? Then you go over to text, auto captions, choose the language that you want. We're going to choose English. We're going to create. Look at this, 45% done, 65% done. It's just so simple. And you're just creating content. Now we got our captions right there, but the captions are like a little bit small. Let's just change the font. This is again, font's going to match your audience, right? So we're targeting, it's a man, a little bit more of a dominant target. We're going to target with a font that's a little bit bigger. We're going to make it bold. We're going to make it all caps. We're going to make it a different color so it pops out a little bit more, something like that. We might even make it a little bit bigger just so it's like a little bit more fun, like that. Okay, 14. Let's even go 15. Okay. So now let's go ahead and see what we got.
Because that's what I'm going to be left with. If all the business goes away, the world blows up, if you're a good person, you're a bad person, and I want people around me that like me, it's probably the only way I'm going to be able to survive. Okay, so you just find a start and stop point, then boom. So the point is the real estate audience is more likely to recognize this person. Hopefully I'm finding some content, and I've got a right start and stop place that they're going to be able to get something of value. And I've just made it into a little short like this, export, load it up onto my profiles, give it a little thing, maybe even tag him. It's good to go. And it's endless. One single talk like this, I could probably get 5 clips. And there's 50 of the top real estate gurus out there. You want to use recognizable people and you want to give tips. And then sometimes you can put yourself in there if you want to, but you don't even need to. It could all be faceless. And if you do this, if I had 5,000 real estate agents on Facebook and I was constantly finding good content like this and constantly posting it and then posting some stuff in Atlas for ways to be able to generate traffic with Facebook, I am telling you right now, literally right now, I'm telling you that is a $500,000 a year game plan. And it's recurring. Look, 200 people. Let's say 250 people out of 5,000, 10% would be 500. 5% is 250. 250 people at $100 a month to be able to learn how to generate traffic, leads, and sales to help them as a real estate agent. Plus, as more people come into the community, as I notice there's more of a demand for real estate, we start training more on real estate. If I notice there's more of a demand for network marketing, we start training more on network marketing. If I notice there's more of a demand for e-commerce, we start training on e-commerce. We adapt to our audience. I see what the questions are. I see what it is people want to learn, and we teach and we train that. So you got to realize that this community can be built dynamically, but you have to understand bridge marketing, which is
It's not going to work if I post on my profile, hey, you guys, here's 100% commission opportunity and it pays you instantly and it's only $100 a month. And you guys, all you have to do is make one sale. You're fishing with worms. Bridge marketing is saying, what specific audience can I target, highly target? What audience can I go after? Single moms. How can I say, listen, if somebody asks me, Chris, what do you do for a living? Listen, I like to help people, but primarily my passion is helping single moms. I was raised as well by a single mom. I know what it's like. I saw her struggle on welfare. So it's one of my passions to be able to give back. I find single moms who want to make more money and I teach them. We have a community of them. We teach them how to be able to make more money so they don't have to rely on child support, so they can pay all their bills, they can take care of their family, they can give their children the proper care they deserve, and actually be able to give a better opportunity to their kids, regardless of their circumstances, regardless of what happened, because they're single moms. Let me introduce you to Sandy. She's a single mom from Oklahoma. Let me introduce you to Cindy. She's a single mom over here from Wisconsin. Let me introduce you to some of these single moms. And on the page, they're single moms. On the title, they're single moms. When I'm sending emails, it's all about how this can work for single moms. When Chris Record teaches something about traffic, my brain says, that's traffic for single moms. When Chris Record teaches something about YouTube, my brain says, that's YouTube for single moms. This whole video, I'm thinking, this is for single moms. That's how you do bridge marketing. You take the concept and you match it with a specific audience, and then you identify as the person who helps that audience. I target network marketers, and I help network marketers generate more traffic, leads, and sales for their business, for whatever business they're in. Once you get that identity, game over. You got to just do it with something. Who do you help? Right? Who do you help? It's not hard. Like, God, if I could just have you guys believe it. I could only just have you guys believe it. This would be so much easier. As I said, I'm probably gonna have to do a mindset training tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. I want to go back to this. I just searched top 1099 jobs. Photographer, bookkeeper, landscaper, web developer, realtor, life coach, Amazon reseller, consultant, freelance writer, editor, social media manager, driver, tutor, blogger. You see what I'm saying? Delivery driver. Okay, listen. These are 1099 employees, which means they get paid on a 1099. You know, some people get paid like a W-2, they get taxes withheld. These people don't. They have to file, they have to collect all their money, and then they have to file their own taxes. The government came out and said they are willing to give a tax credit, money back into their pockets, any of these niches, money back, as long as COVID affected you in the year 2020, 2021. And then you guys as affiliates get to make $100, $200 per referral, right? To get them free money. If they made like six figures, they're going to get like at least $14,000, maybe $30,000. The free money that doesn't have to be paid back. But it's not about that, and it's not about the commissions. Listen to this. This is bridge marketing. If you targeted any one of these occupations specifically, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like Uber drivers, okay? If I just targeted Uber drivers and just started finding out what groups do they belong to, what pages do they in, what information can I find? Do they put in their profile anywhere there's an Uber driver? Can I search and find Uber drivers? And I could just reach out, and I could just make posts. I could just do the same stuff. And I could just say, hey, were you an Uber driver in the year 2020, 2021 during COVID? Were you an Uber driver and then COVID affected your driving? So it affected your income? Do you know that the government has given away up to $30,000 in a tax credit if you were an Uber driver? Now, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the same information, but I have to, the only way this works is if you make it feel like they are the people being taken care of. You don't want to say the government's giving out money to all 1099 people. That doesn't work. But if you say the government is giving out money specifically to Uber drivers because Uber drivers were heavily affected because of COVID. So they have a tax credit that specifically helps Uber drivers. Whether you drove for Uber, Lyft, you did Uber Eats, you did DoorDash, if you did Instacart, any of these delivery things, if you did any of these specific delivery-based or ride-share-based models during COVID, you're entitled to up to $30,000 from the government. Did you know that? Now, Here's the thing. It's free to apply. You get to see how much money they're willing to give you. I only just get paid a little percentage for referring you, $100, right? You'll get to keep the whole 14,000, 20,000. I make a very small percentage if you're wondering what I make, right? You could even tell them, doesn't matter. You're not making much money. It doesn't matter. It's just the fact is like bridge marketing is what works. Now, take it one step further. You say, well, if I'm only making $100, $200, why? Well, guess what? If you just helped somebody make $14,000 in free government money, do you think that they might know you, like you, and trust you? If anybody thinks that if I helped you get $14,000 or $30,000 in money you didn't even know, we're new friends, but I just helped you make $14,000. Put KLT in the chat if you think that that might help build some KLT with somebody. A little bit faster than maybe some social media posts. So just think about the value. Don't think about the $100, $200 commissions. Think about how many qualified leads you can get that have KLT factor. Do you think that that person who just got 14,000 might be willing to drop up to $1,000 up to masters? Heck, you help somebody get $20,000, you think they might be willing to buy all the way up to masters and go all the way in? You might get people to go all in. But even if they don't, do you think the very least they could do if you helped them? You could even tell them, look, all I want, if I get you the money, all I'm asking is I got a community where we teach people. How about the deal is I help you get 14,000. If you get the money, then you come into my community. It's $100 a month, cancel anytime. You see what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't understand. This is one of the greatest lead sources that you will have. Okay? You have to always see the vision. Somebody told me today, they said, Chris, when you did this MDC promotion, you didn't use bridge marketing. I want you to turn on your brain for a minute. Just turn on. There's a switch on the side over here. It's hiding under my hat. It's right there. Just turn it on. Did I not use bridge marketing? Just think about it. Let me ask you a question. In the chat right now, what is the first product that you bought where we met, or you got introduced to me? What's the first product you bought? Because this is a buyer's audience here. Just say whatever product you want. You don't have to be right. Let me look at the chat really quick. Fast Bootcamp, Smart Member, Builder, IIS, Internet Income System, Clipping Academy, Fast Bootcamp, Internet Income System, Penny Click Profits, Fast Bootcamp, mostly Fast Bootcamp, Internet Income System, Creator, Internet Income System, Dark Post Profits. Okay, you guys get the point, right? There's just tons and tons. So my point where when I promote something now, what you don't realize is that I already built the bridge. You're just not seeing the bridge. You were on one side of the river where we didn't even know each other. There wasn't KLT. We didn't know each other. We hadn't done business together. I gave you an easy step over a bridge to come over to this side. Then I built KLT factor with you. Then I offered you something else. It's all bridge marketing. Had I gone directly for the sale, we didn't even know, like, or trust each other. You don't understand. It doesn't work. I would have converted 10% of the results. But if you just create a little bridge that says, hey, rather than pitching something on somebody, rather than going and pitching people, this is what I did. I built a 70,000 person list off of these little free courses. Free course for ecom, free course for Facebook advertising, free course for growing your Instagram, free course over here for Snapchat. And I had all these different segmented lists. Then I would get an offer I wanted to promote, like IIS. And I would write an email to ecom. I'd write an email to Snapchat people. I'd write an email to Instagram. I'd write an email to network marketers. I'd write an email to Facebook advertisers. And I would use it in the title and subject line, bing, 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 bing. And then they would all buy. And I would even create a little video, then they would all buy. It was orchestrated bridge marketing. So I do the same thing now, is that I'm building all of these little tight little buyers lists from lots of these little different products. They come in, I build a community, which is nurturing. It's called lead nurturing. In this case, buyer lead nurturing. Nurturing leads. How do I nurture leads? By doing this. You guys understand, we just spent 2 hours together. If this is not 2 hours of me sharing value, if this is not building KLT factor, then I don't know how to build it. You understand? This is lead nurturing. I'm not saying you have to do it, but you have to understand that you have to build a bridge and then promote the next thing. And the bridge has to be some sort of gap in between. So yes, the reason I have Atlas is to give us the gap, because if a real estate agent may not be looking to join IIS as just a video funnels and a business opportunity. But by building Atlas, we can now have a bridge, an island in the middle that says, real estate agent, would you like more traffic? Would you like more leads? Would you like more sales? If so, here is Atlas, which is a part of IIS. So they go from this, they learn a little bit about how it's good for real estate agents with training, and then they join this other program. They come back in, they start getting training. They start applying it to the real estate business. And then meanwhile, they're like, hey, whoa, I just made $1,000 a month. Hold on. Real estate agent gets a little attention over here. $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. The next thing you know, the real estate market's going down. They're like, well, let's ramp this up. That's how I would build if I were you. That's how I would build if I were you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I would build if I were you. All of these industries that I was showing you, house cleaners, freelance writers, web developers, life coaches, bookkeepers, photographers. There's over 1 million photographers. Get 5,000 of them on your social. Just start creating content for photographers. Anything, find any kind of niche. I don't care. Find young kids who are gamers. I don't care. I just don't care, but you have to do something. Once you have that built up, you can literally just promote an opportunity. We had a guy named Jeff that just came in like the last day of January, and he's already making like more recurring income with this plan than I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because you can use this, even network marketing, right? You can literally go to a network marketing company and say, here's a system that can help you build more traffic, leads, and sales and build your business. See, instead of coming to them and saying, hey, come join this other thing, they don't want to. There's a wall. But if you say, hey, instead of you coming over here, why don't we come to you? What do you want? You want more traffic for something? You want more leads? Well, what if we just help you do you? Here's some strategies for free. Here's some, watch this full video. And then in the funnel, you can get access to all of it. $100 a month, get access to all of it. Cancel anytime. $100 for like 20 courses worth 10,000. Yeah. It's like your first $100, your first month is worth like 10,000. You get access to Lion's Den, everything, just everything in there for $100. 200 hours. So $100. So start with some free training, little teasers, get them watch a little full video on a video funnel, get them in the business. There's $100 a month. They sign up. Now just say, hey, sign up and start applying this to your network marketing company. Then they go a little back office, they swap out the network marketing company. They're like, wait, if I refer anybody, they see my company? Yeah, of course. We're here to help you. It's bridge marketing. Now we have just dynamically made IIS an offer for that multi-level, while at the same time dynamically making IIS an offer for this multi-level. So if I had a multi-level list, if I had an audience of 5,000 friends that were all multi-levelers, and I was giving multi-level marketing training, and then I could start to segment who on my list is in Live Good, who on my list is in My Daily Choice, who on my list is in Prove It, who on my list is in this. And then I could start to segment and show Prove It lead. I don't even have to segment. They're going to put it on their profile probably. I can probably find out. So I'm going to go to somebody, find out what company they're in, go to them, and I'm going to be able to tailor this to meet their needs. If you do what I'm saying and get to 5,000 friends highly targeted at any one of these niches, and you're posting content, you're actually doing it, and you're only making $10,000 a month, I would consider it failure. I would consider it enough to say like this strategy does not work. I think we're looking at more like $250,000, $500,000 a year in income. Plus, it's not about money. It's just about winning. Like, do you really want to be that person that just keeps making little posts on Facebook that get like 4 likes, no likes? Do you really want to be that person? Look, if you're posting something on Facebook and there's a chance your friends and family could see it, or somebody could see it, or a hater could see it, and your reward is 4 likes, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I would rather not let anybody know I was in business at that point. I'd rather just make pictures of family or something. It's not worth it. If you're going to do this, you gotta grow a pair, and you gotta like get out there and like actually do it. See, it's easier than the dudes that are out there working in the construction, in the mud, in the rain. It's easier, but they're probably making 50 grand a year. And they probably wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and they're probably at work at 7. I see them every morning I wake up, they're already there. They beat me there. When they get home, they're tired. They don't have time for their family at night. They're going to sit down, they're going to watch Netflix. That's the other side of the story. Or You can choose a lifestyle where literally you can hang out, dress however you want, work from home, don't have to be out in the rain. I can be nice. I can get the temperature I want. And we help people. We teach people how to make money. It's a very fulfilling career, and it pays. Instead of 50,000 a year, you can make 500 grand a year. You can make 50,000 a month. They got a cap. Every year they might get a percentage raise. That's tiny. That's negligible. Maybe a Christmas bonus if it's best. But with us, like, you can scale. Once you have the 5,000 friends, you figure out what's working. You could scale from 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 a month to 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month. More money than doctors, more money than almost anybody. So stop being afraid to do the work. I'm trying to teach you every single day, Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Every single day, I'm going to try to keep teaching you guys, but you got to go do the work. I don't care if it's this or something else, but you got to promise me you're going to go do the work. So you got to use bridge marketing. Bottom line, you got to find a way to take our opportunity and meet the needs of your audience. I may teach it again tomorrow. Let's do this. I'm going to wrap up. I'm looking for commitment. On a sliding scale from 0% to 100%, but you can say 80, you could say 40, you could say 30, you could say 90. Give me a percentage of your commitment level that you are going to take this serious this year. And be honest, an honest percentage. Don't tell me what you want me to hear. Give me an honest percentage rate. I don't care what it is. It could be, I'm not going to make fun of nobody. How serious are you going to take this year? Because regardless of what you do, you're going to watch people fly right past you on the leaderboards left and right. Just take time, give yourself an honest percentage rate. If you're watching the replay right now, I just want you to think about it. I want you to think about what your commitment level is going to be, because we're obviously committed. The last thing in the world I need to be doing is training Monday through Friday for 1 to 2 hours a day on top of everything I'm doing, and I let you keep the $100 a month. I turned that little switch in my head off, I don't know what I'm doing, but I train 2 hours a day and I let you keep the money for the club. So take advantage of, when I go crazy like that, you got to take advantage of it. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it forever, but I'm saying I'm gonna do it for 90 days. And I already did it for 90 days last year, so you already know it's been done. You're cray-cray. That's cray-cray. Especially when you see bags in my eyes. Then it's like, on top of that, I'm also not getting sleep. I did burn out. At the end of the last 90 days, I did burn out. It was real. So I had to take a couple weeks off. Okay. You guys, it's going to have to wait till tomorrow. It's going to have to wait till tomorrow. Can you guys believe that these sessions are less than the price of a hot tea? When I go out and buy a hot tea, hot water in a tea bag across the street, that costs more than these sessions. And any single session like this can be that light bulb that helps you make another $100,000. That's just crazy to me. That for the price of a cup of coffee, you can get 6-figure, 7-figure advice. It's nuts. I don't know anywhere else that's doing this. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I'll do my best to have the replay up. I'm going to try to get a little system going. May elicit some help this time, but don't worry. It's not going to be like last time where sometimes took a few days. Like, I'm going to try to do my best to get the export into CapCut right when I end, chop, and just do a simple one to Vimeo. And then embed it in the members area tomorrow. For those of you guys that have questions, by the way, Internet Income System has great support. It's support@internetincomesystem.com. They've been doing a great job. Of course, also on our Facebook group, we have a place to ask questions. You guys are good to go. Okay, take care, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Just might have a different orange hat. Same place, same time. New hat, new shirt. That's the deal. You guys already know. All right, everybody. Take care.
No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet second like us, second like us, second like us. No one on the internet like us.
Visionary dream, planting seeds like a gardener. I'm building up my business like a full stack marketer, and learning everything that I need for the startup. Skill sets, mindset, it's time to work smarter. Student of the game, I'm just trying to be a baller. Full stack, baby, you know a shot collar. I'm looking for a mentor to help me stack dollars. That's when my friend introduced me to Kayal. So I started from the bottom, learning how to place ads. I was on the right path, coach with the straight facts. Now it's time to hustle, man, building up my funnels. And if I get knocked down, I'll snap back like a rubber band. Catch me placing long form ads with a bomb orange hat. Stacking that cash, stacking that cash. I'm colder than February with extraordinary labs. Feeling like a pro, now you know this is full stack.
No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us.
It's time to switch up my ambition, hit them with another version. Now I'm pitching them my vision with my traffic and conversion. What I'm trying to say is nothing in my life is picture perfect. I awaken, activate, and then accelerate my purpose. Stay focused on the inner game, sales is psychology. I'm working on rewiring my brain like neurology. Knowledge is the key and there's power in technology, but conquering your fears takes a mental methodology. There's power in the subconscious mind, so I spend an hour every day redefining mine. Take a deep dive 5 days at a time to replace the beliefs that no longer serve my life. You can see the benefits by checking progress, checking progress, checking progress. Follow these steps on the road to success, cause no one on the internet is stacking like us.
No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us. No one on the internet stacking like us. Stacking like us, stacking like us.
Step up on the stage and I give my presentation. Got money on my mind, but my mind is on engagement. See, money follows mastery, focus on the basics. Take massive action, but practice takes patience. Man, I'm patiently waiting, give it a chance, I'm trying to take it. Gamify my life, level up my compensation. Man, I'm building out my business, trying to scale my operation. Staying focused on my fitness, family, faith, and innovation. Got a full stack agent, he's changing up my state. I could take on anything he puts up on my plate. I reminisce the days I grew up on Section 8A, dreaming up the ways I could increase my paydays. Now I'm coming up, my struggle's motivation. I'm glad I joined the council, my foundation. Avoid stagnation by joining Stack Nation. I looked up at the crowd and saw a standing ovation.
Inside your mortal body lies an immortal vision. It's spaceless and timeless. It knows no boundaries, perimeters, or prisons. It can't be captured, weighed, or measured. It can only be felt with the heart. It is the truth of who you are. And no matter what the world has told you, and no matter what society, friends, or family may have said, there is greatness inside of you. A limitless being with supernatural gifts to offer the world. You've heard your truth call to you. Perhaps in your darkest hour, the stillness of night, or the quietest of mind. You have a calling. You are here for a reason. It's your divine mission and purpose to realize the fullness of your potential. And no matter what comes your way, remember that the only thing greater than the dream is the dreamer. We've got your back, full stacker. And when you're ready to take life head on, there will be a seat waiting for you on the council. We'll be waiting for you. Full stack dreamer. 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 dreamer.